What's up, everybody? I'm Natasha.
And I'm Tristan.
Welcome back to our channel,
Livin Lagrande Lyfe.
As we mentioned in the previous video regarding our IVF journey, that today we are going back in to see how the shots and the meds I've been taking are doing in my body, to do some testing for day 1 of 2. We are here bright and early for a 7:30 a.m. appointment. They weren't here yet when we pulled up, so
I'm sleepy. So we've been running off 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours of sleep, 3 hours of sleep. Like literally just plane, another plane, club, another club, another club.
Yep. It's literally, nah, for real, that's been our life. So we probably should have had today off, but we needed to be back to work. We will let you guys know of the results, praying all things are well, and we're good to go. We've been
sitting here in the car, or we've been in the car on the way here, discussing whether or not we wanted to do genetic testing on our embryo before implantation, really discussing the pros and the cons, whether we felt like
it was beneficial, whether we felt like it was beneficial. Okay. She took her medicine this morning, so it's fighting to come up some more. But whether it was beneficial for our baby, our future baby embryo, if it was beneficial to the process, just kind of having those thoughts on what makes the most sense for us as a family, the future, and our kids. So we've decided against it. We were for it up until we've had a more in-depth conversation this morning and aligned on the same page, and have decided that we're going to allow God to do what God does. And regardless, we're going to love our kid, no matter if there are challenges or aren't. So
yeah. And it's not like we haven't already tried to do our due diligence. We picked a donor that
is great genetically.
Is great genetically for both of us. Isn't a carrier for anything. Even the things that we might be carriers for, they aren't. So our baby is not likely to have any genetic, anything thrown off genetically. The donor is healthy all around, doesn't have any running family, anything. So we're just gonna let things play its course. Also, there's a standardized testing that happens during a pregnancy anyway, and so we'll get some of that already because they gotta do testing.
So but we gotta go in, guys. It's time for the appointment. They just did blood work on me again and testing, so blood pressure and all that. So now we're waiting on
the follicular
ultrasound. So the blood work was to test my hormone levels. I think this is to see how everything's going with the shots. So we gonna see.
Right.
All right, y'all. So we are done with today's appointment. We got some good updates. So there are follicles that are growing. Right now I have 6, 3 on each side, 4 of which they're tracking heavily because of the size of them. They're at a really good size at like 14, 15, 11. Whereas the other 2, I believe, were at like 8.
Yeah,
something like that. Here. So asking questions. Tristan and I ask a lot of questions. We need clarification, understanding. So the goal is to get them to 18 at least. And that's why I have to come back on Thursday to ensure I'm at 18. If I'm at 18, then we would go ahead and schedule a Saturday retrieval. Like, this thing coming fast.
Yeah, and so we've got a new medication.
Yes, and this medication we have to first take ASAP when we get home. I have no idea what this needle, I'm assuming it's a needle, what this about to be. It's whatever at this point. And tomorrow we have to pick a time in the morning and stick to that time every time until we're done taking it. Because if I miss that time and it is not exact, then it could be a trigger and I could ovulate, and that would be a problem.
Right.
So we can't have, it literally has to be, like, Tris got to be ready to get me. I got to be ready to get Guy at that time. Nothing work-wise, nothing can get in the way of that shot.
Right.
At that time. So, yeah, that's where we're at. So good news. I do have follicles. I know sometimes you hear that there's like 11 follicles, 15 follicles, things like that. She did tell me that it's based on age. I'm a little older. But also they said they'd rather you have a lower count of good quality follicles versus a higher count of lower quality and nothing takes. Obviously, they won't know that until the retrieval is completed on Saturday, TBD.
Yeah, so that sucks because there's a possibility that we could be going through all of this and there are no follicles or no
eggs, because that's what it is. The growth, the bigger the follicle, the greater possibility of there being eggs in those follicles. So having the follicles doesn't guarantee anything.
Right.
So, and that's why a lot of times you want to have more follicles, because it gives you more chances to have an egg. But yeah, that's where we're at. So again, good news that the shots are working. There is growth. Something going on down here.
Yeah.
So I wish I knew. I wish I knew you want me.
At what point did you know I wanted you?
Very early on.
Please, let me lie to these people.
I'm not lying. You wanted me early on.
Oh, I think you wanted me earlier.
Yeah.
Earlier on.
Yeah. Saw them legs. Like, it's time to climb that tree.
It was climbing trees now.
What do you want?
Back at it again.
Back at it. I swear, this is like, I'm here more than work. I feel like, like I'm tired. These people know me by my first name when I come in.
They should.
They look forward to me. No, but like, they don't have to check nothing. They know my birthday. They know what I'm gonna say. They know why I'm here. They know my insurance. They know it better than me.
For real.
They telling me, oh, you don't have to pay for that. Oh yeah, you gotta pay for that. Whatever y'all say. Take the card.
So what are we hoping for today?
Today we are hoping for these follicles to be on that 18 plus. I need them to be thick. You know what I'm saying? They got the growth. Thick. Yeah, I need the follicles to be 18 millimeters or more. Specifically the 4 that were at 14 and up 2 days ago. If those other 2 little stragglers want to have doubled in size and grown up too, we here for that. We take all 6, because you can only get 1 egg per follicle. I looked it up, so they can go ahead and grow too. And we're hoping that if they did today and everything looks good, then tomorrow night we'll be on a plane. That's how fast this goes. And then in 2 days I will have completed the retrieval, and then in 3 days we'll be back on. And then in like a week or 2, Tristan will be back. Hopefully, for Tristan to go ahead and get these babies dropped off in her. You know what I'm saying?
Get out of here.
Update on this visit. Not bad news, but not the news that we wanted to hear today. So basically, my follicles in my left ovary aren't really growing.
They decided they ain't up for the test.
No, they not growing. So the same size that they were on Tuesday, they are today. My follicles on my right ovary, or in my right ovary, have grown, but they're not to the size that we need. Like, they were at like 14 and 15 Tuesday, and today they're at 15 and 16. So each of them basically grew 1 millimeter. And so because of that, and they want them to be at 18, but I looked up, the minimum is 16. But they want them to be at 18 before they do the trigger, which I learned today. The trigger kind of helps mature the follicles for the actual retrieval, and that's some more shots that Tris has to administer to me, and that happens 2 days before the retrieval. So what that means is today is Thursday. We're not leaving tomorrow night because we have to come back in the morning, bright and early, at 8:30. That will be our, what, 3rd or 4th time this week? Third time this week, going in on this process. So we'll continue the process with the Manipulative shots, the gonal shots, all the prenatals and all these other things. Yes, the thyroid medicine, all the other stuff that's been prescribed for me to take, and then we'll see what's popping in the morning. Now, I will say that the nurse did advise that the shot we started taking on Tuesday, a lot of times slows down the process. We didn't know that. The other nurse did not advise us of that. So now we have a better understanding of why were they growing so fast and then they stop. Basically, she says that the shot that I'm taking, what is the Cetrorelix is a version of, I'm not sure what the other one is called. There's always some multiple versions of a certain brand or a certain type of medicine, but basically it slows the follicles down, kind of hold on a second, and then they go back up. So what they're hoping, since I started that on Tuesday, is that by tomorrow it's out of its slowed down process and we get a little bit more maturity in these follicles. So again, not necessarily the news we wanted, because what that also means is that bless you, baby girl.
Thank you.
Also means is that if they are where they want them tomorrow, then I will be scheduled for a Monday retrieval. So it won't be like it was convenient to fly out on the weekend to do a quick Friday night, come back Sunday night. It's not disrupting anything. No one is none the wiser. It's not disrupting work. And technically we could do it. We're still not really disrupting work. We would have to fly out at night, go, be there, work during the day, take our laptops, and then fly back out in the afternoon or night again. So it's not a complete disruption, but it's kind of just a throw off of our flow at home. So that's where we are. Today though, I did get some shots of my ovaries and the follicles. So this is my right ovary, and right here, this little black dot right here, or these two black dots, are two of my follicles. There's another one that's behind it. So this is the good side, basically, in terms of what we've been getting. And then around that is the lining, and then this is the uterus. So this is right here, apparently this little line right here is a vein or blood vessel that goes down the leg. Crazy. And then this is the left side. Now it looks like there's a lot of action going on here, right? It's not. The only thing that's actually happening here is this is the follicle, and this is the one that's the biggest, that's at 11 millimeters, that we need to go ahead and get that baby continuing to grow. And then the rest of this is literally just my uterus. So we got a little bit more going on today. I really enjoyed today's visit, the whole situation, except for the news. Babe, how you feeling about it?
I'm feeling okay.
Yeah.
I want the process to just go, but I want it to be done right, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
But I'm nervous about the fact that we're basically down to 3 follicles now.
Yeah. Because
she's saying that 4th one doesn't seem like, originally it was the 14 and 15s, and that 11 was probably going to catch up. Mm-hmm. But since it hasn't changed from 11, it's probably out of the running. So now we just got the 3. It is what it is. I just hope one of them is a good one.
Yeah, because the importance is, now granted, these numbers probably sound low. We could talk about that for a second. I'm older, so 1, that makes sense. 2, the goal is to have the best quality eggs.
Right. You
could be younger, or you could have a higher level of follicles that give you a greater option of eggs. But let's say you have 11 or 16 or 20, if only one of those is quality, it doesn't help you that you have. Now granted, in terms of numbers and odds, you want to have more, because the likelihood a lot of times is higher, but it's not guaranteed. Whereas with me, I'm having all these lower numbers, but if these are good quality follicles that give me good quality eggs, we're in the same boat as somebody that might have 20. So
I think 20 is a whole lot. I don't think a lot of people are going to have 20. At some point, some people start to develop too many follicles and it gets too big.
Yeah,
and they'll stop it.
That's a thing. Well, they'll slow down the medicine, but there are people that have, I looked it up, there's a lot of people that get like 16 to 20. But they're considered, so there's levels of low, normal, and high. Having 4, I was in normal. But now that we've dropped to 3 in size, I'm in the low. So normal starts at 4. It's like 4 to 11 is normal, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure that's the numbers. Or maybe 4 to 16, and then 16 and up is high. And typically in that situation, they would slow the meds down because your body is hyper. And they don't want it at that place. So but yeah, guys, so that's where we at in today's visit. We'll update you tomorrow. We're not even gonna do it as a separate vlog situation. We're just gonna throw it in here. So luckily for you, all you have to do is blink twice and you gonna get this update.
Why did I just blink twice?
And you be still in today because you're not the family. Yeah, pray for you, girl. We love y'all though. We gonna talk to you here in a second. And just like that, we're back. All you had to do was wait a second, and we do have an update. Oh yes, and Tristan's driving again because work. But yeah, guys, we have 4 follicles that have matured to 18 millimeters, which is exactly where we want them to be, which is between 18 and 20 millimeters. That's perfect. We will have a retrieval coming up within the next 3 days or so. So we may be flying out Sunday night or Monday night and heading out for a Monday retrieval or a Tuesday retrieval. So we're in business.
How you feel about that?
I'm very excited. I'm very, very excited about that. A little bit worried yesterday, so a lot more comfortable and happy with it today. We have to wait a couple of hours to know. The reason we don't know the exact day is the nurse is going to discuss with the doctor exactly which day we should go, because they have to trigger, or I have to take trigger shots to fully mature the follicles. And hopefully make it the best situation for egg retrieval. For that reason is why we have to actually wait a few hours. We're going to check our portal and they'll tell us, okay, it'll be a Monday retrieval, Tuesday retrieval, and we go ahead and book everything and get going. I'm not sure what the trigger medicine is called, so and yes, it is another shot. We've seen them, we've been holding on to them. I just can't off the top of my head think of the name of them. So how do you feel about it?
I feel great. Feel great. I'm happy it's happening. I'm happy we got sorry, I was trying to merge. I'm happy we have 4 follicles. I'm ready. I'm ready. Now I'm excited for the next step, which is me. So we'll see.
Yeah,
I feel good. Ooh, you got me. I'm swerving, trying to look at y'all.
Yeah,
I can't be playing with y'all.
If you're new to the channel, welcome family. We are so very happy to have you.
Welcome. I got my voice back, so yay.
Not really.
Shut up.
She keep trying though. We hope that you are enjoying your time here, and now that you're here, we need you to go ahead and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button, and when you do, make sure you turn on post notifications so you don't miss any fun, any info, any updates with your new friends, the Lagrandes. And you don't want to miss any of this content. And speaking of content, did you like this? Do you like this? Are you enjoying the update? And if you do enjoy and did enjoy this update, make sure you go back and watch the previous videos to see what's been going on in this whirlwind of a wonderful journey we've been going on through our reciprocal IVF process. Make sure you tell a friend about your new friends, the Lagrandes. We love you guys, and we're gonna holler at you when it is time to go to New York.
Bye.
Peace.